reason I kind of sparked this debate in the midfield is because we've already got so many options at the club. I'll include Ross Barkley and Ruben Loftus-Cheek in this conversation as well, even though they haven't had a lot of time on the pitch, and the time that they've had hasn't been the most productive of times. You've got two young players who are going to be coming back from loan, and Tuchel's going to have to scratch his head and say, I've got two positions that I need to fill every match. And if I keep Jorginho, Kante, those are going to be my starters. And then you've got, Declan Rice, throw him into the mix if he signs in. You've got Billy Gilmour, Conor Gallagher as well, Ruben Loftus-Cheek. So you've got so many options to play with. And do you keep all of them at the club, or do you say, oh wait, maybe Gilmour needs another loan, maybe Gallagher needs some more time away, and you stick with the ones that you have at the moment, or you bring them in and this is the perfect time to groom them with Kante and Jorginho and those star players at Chelsea, those leaders at Chelsea at the moment?
Yeah, man, look, another interesting, I suppose, discussion point, isn't it? With Conor Gallagher, I don't think he needs any more loan. I think he's proven now. I think any more loan will push him away. He would want to leave Chelsea Football Club because he's had a sensational loan spell at West Brom. And even before West Brom, Charlton was a very good one at Championship. West Brom was a very good one. And then obviously Crystal Palace, he really put his marker down in the Premier League that I'm here to stay. Frank Lampard is very, very keen on Conor Gallagher to Everton, so we need to look out for what his movements are over there, even with Billy Gilmour too. I'll get to Billy Gilmour, but in regards to Conor Gallagher, man, I think he deserves to be now part of the squad. Whether he starts on a regular basis, I don't know, because competition is very, very immense at Chelsea Football Club, and it needs to be immense. We are going to be playing across many competition. The thing with Conor, all I can say is you're going to get game time. You're going to get game time. I don't know whether you're going to be a starter. That's the thing, because your biggest competition, I believe, is probably going to be Mason Mount. So, and that's a good thing in my opinion, because that should drive him to really, really thrive for Chelsea Football Club. Mason is most likely a regular starter, and it's going to be a good challenge for Conor Gallagher to see if he can displace someone like Mason and see if he can, go head to head with him. So it'd be a great challenge. I wouldn't like to see Conor Gallagher to sort of look at that scenario and go, do you know what? No, that's too much for me. I don't want to compete with Mace. He's the main dog of Chelsea Football Club. I'm just going to leave and I'll take my shot at Everton Football Club with Frank Lampard. So with Conor, I would like him to stay. And that poses a question: what happens with Kante and Jorginho? You can still have Conor Gallagher, Kante, Jorginho, but players like Ross Barkley, Ruben Loftus-Cheek, I think they're in serious trouble if Conor Gallagher comes in, and they probably need to be moved on. In regards to Billy Gilmour, I feel a bit strange about this particular player, man. He burst onto the scene with so much talent, did so well for us, did very well for Scotland as well. And then Thomas Tuchel came in. He didn't see too much minutes. And then last season, obviously, he went out on loan. And the loan really didn't work out for him. And Norwich has been poor as well. There were bits and pieces where he played well. There were bits and pieces where he was actually directly the culprit for letting in some of the goals for Norwich, because I've watched some of those games. And I'm at a situation where I've seen some reports saying that some of his internal people that know Billy Gilmour has been saying that if he goes out on another loan, he's not going to accept that. He wants to kickstart his career somewhere, and he would prefer to leave. I don't like when players do this kind of stuff. Do you know what I mean? Young players, I feel like, man, I know, I get it. Like, you got to think about your family. You got to think about your career and whatnot. I understand if there's money out there, you want to go and start making, you want to kickstart your career. But you're young as well. I know he's 21 or 22, something like that. Maybe
around the same age as Callum.
Yeah, maybe he's sort of thinking, well, this young persona, it's going to go. Like, he's going to be 23 next season, so he's probably thinking, I need to get a move on. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like with Billy Gilmour, stay patient. You are going to probably come in now. Whether if he stays in the squad this season, does he get enough game time? I don't think so. Does Thomas Tuchel fancy him as well? I'm not really sure. Has his loan spell at Norwich given him the opportunity to start for us, I don't think so. I'm a bit worried about Billy Gilmour's situation. I would prefer him to go to another loan, but a better team, someone like Brighton. I'm not really certain whether Everton's the right club for him, but if he can get regular minutes over there under Frank Lampard, maybe so. He has played well under Frank Lampard. So we'll see. Once again, I don't want to see him leave Chelsea Football Club, but I'm worried that we are looking to look outside of our academy for a Jorginho replacement, which may then push Billy Gilmour out.